Hello, welcome. My name is Jesylee. I'm a mindset and manifestation alchemist, self-love queen, and spiritual baddie. And on this on this video, I'm here to talk about start manifesting your dream life right now. And the reason why I want to talk about this video is because I often see in so many people where they always kind of make excuses, or they're always wanting to but they don't, or they don't know where to start. So this is what this video is about. But before I get into this, I just want to let you know that I have one-on-one coaching available. I have the 8-week Femme, Money and Love Mastery program, which is available. I have the free meditation video bundle, free meditation bundles. There's 3 of them if you're just wanting something for free. And I also have my free Facebook group with an awesome community, and I also do live trainings in that one too, which is kind of personal. So I will link them all in the description below. But let's get into it. So I tend to see in a lot of women that I talk to, and like my clients and things like that, that when they're first starting out, they want to manifest their dream life, but they don't start, or they don't know where to start. And so I want to break down into 2 kind of areas on what I want to talk about with starting to manifest your dream life right now, because you can do it right now. And number 1 is that the common thing that I always get, or I always see, is that, oh, I'm not good enough for it, or I need to do this, then I will start my business, or I will do this when. And we often build up excuses to kind of stop us from allowing us to start manifesting our dream life. And so if this is you, and if you're resonating with this, I just want to let you know that you 100% can start manifesting right now. And even if you have moments where like you're manifesting your dream life and then you have a dip and then you go up, like it's all part of the journey, it's all part of life, right? There's no right time to start anything but right now. I'm a big believer when people say, oh, I'll wait for the right time. I'll wait for the right time to message him. I'll wait for the right time to start my business. There is no right time. I don't believe in that. The only right time is now. So if you're umming and ahhing and you're watching this video, this is your sign to start right now. Because for so long I wanted to start my business and I was like I'm gonna wait. Or the one big thing that came up for me was I'm not experienced enough. And it's funny because yes, although technically I don't have a piece of paper, which you don't need it, a piece of paper to say like with an education or whatever, you don't freaking need it, because it's all based on life experience. I've actually been doing my job for years, right? I've been helping people for years. I just didn't realize, I didn't know that I already had that. I was already doing that. And so if you're wanting to start manifesting your life, if you're wanting to start manifesting anything, a career, if you're wanting to start your business, now is the time. Start it right now. You don't need like a website, you don't need this and that, you just need to start on Instagram. This is what happened with me. I was like, I need to do this and this. I have a, why am I going blank? Oh, I'm a Virgo in my rising sign, which means I'm very like, need to be organized, need to do this, need to do that. And so when I was starting my business, I was like, I need to get everything organized, I need to have a website, I need to do this. And so do you know what I did? And I hope you learned from my mistake, is that I'd spent so much time creating a business, creating a website, and it took me forever, right? Because I was like, I want it to be perfect, I need it to be perfect, I need to this. I am also, I also have Libra in my moon sign, which is indecisive, so they're like a great combo. I always joke about how I'm fucking lucky with the moon in Libra and the rising sign in freaking Virgo, but they have their perks, so it's fine. But anyway, so starting a business for me, I was like, I spent all this time creating a website, and I kept changing my mind, and it took me so long to start it. And do you know what I realized? Oh, and I'd finally, when I got the website going, because it was like, I need the website to be able to start my business, and when I finally did that, although I at the time I wasn't happy with my website, I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna launch it. I then started my Instagram, and it wasn't until a couple of months later I realized, I was like, oh my god, I could have gone on Instagram. I could have started Instagram well before I started my website. And I just had that moment of, I lost so much time, because I could have started building up my audience. I could have really started getting into the feel of running a business and showing up on Instagram, because at the time I was really self-conscious and I didn't know how to be visible. And so I'd wasted so much time because I was waiting for the right time, but I started getting this freaking website going, and it turned out I completely changed the website anyway. So there is no perfect or right timing, but just to start now. So if you're trying to manifest something in particular, or if you're even just starting to manifest, start now. Start small. I started manifesting free coffees. I started, manifesting free gifts and things like that to build that trust with myself. And eventually it started going up to manifesting 10K, and then manifesting my business, and then, manifesting all these other crazy things. And so just know that start right now. Like, this is your sign to start right now. There is no right timing. It's when you're saying, oh, but I'm not good enough, or I'll wait till this moment, or blah, 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 blah. That's your ego stepping in and protecting you and keeping you feeling safe. Because when we're trying to manifest things, it's really, and with my business in particular, it didn't feel safe to me because I had never ran a business before, so it kind of felt uncomfortable, right? It was out of my comfort zone, and so I just had to freaking do it. And when we have these moments where we're wanting to manifest something, if we have those self-doubts and the scarcity and the fear creeping in, that we then allow our ego to step in and stop us, and we eventually talk ourselves out of doing that thing. So you want to make sure that you freaking do it. And that's why when I tell my clients with fear, when there's a lot of fear around something, it means to do it. It means to go head on and do it, because fear is just another indication that you're not very, it doesn't feel safe. You're not sure. It's out of your comfort zone, right? It's the unknown, as I like to call it. So when it doesn't feel safe, and when you're not sure about it, that's when you need to do it. Does that make sense? The only way we're going to evolve and we're going to grow is to do things to continually expand our comfort zone. We can't be highly successful by just being in our comfort zone. You need to do things to expand. You need to be able to expand out of your comfort zone to be able to grow, evolve spiritually, mentally, and physically. So that is step number 1, right? Number 2 is to take inspired action. And inspired action is something that took me a while to learn. I was very much in la la land with my manifestations, and so it took me a while to manifest my business when I was just sitting in there. I remember at the start I was like, everything's gonna happen, I'm gonna earn all this money, and I remember sitting there just like really just embodying the feeling, but then I didn't do anything physically with my business. I wasn't showing up online, I wasn't doing this, I wasn't doing that. And like it's the same with if you're trying to work out, or if it's like you're wanting to lose weight, you have to work out to lose weight, right? Or you have to do something to lose weight. You can't just be sitting on the couch eating fucking Doritos. So you always have to take inspired action, and inspired action means that it feels effortless, it feels aligned, it feels very it feels very easily, and it feels like it's in flow with what you're doing. That's what inspired action is. So with my business, I started posting YouTube videos, right? Or I started showing up on Instagram, posting things. Whatever it is, you need to take the inspired action. It feels good to you though. It doesn't feel forced. I wasn't doing it because, you know, I had to, or like, and I know with my business, if there's something that doesn't feel right to me, it doesn't feel aligned, then I won't do it. So some coaches will be like, some business coaches will be like, you need to follow this amount of people every day. And I remember when I hired my first business coach, that happened, and it felt so freaking off. I did it for the first couple of days, and I'm like, this does not feel right. I do not want to follow these people. I don't want to see these people in my Instagram. It's not aligned with me. And the thing is, you don't have to do it. If you create the belief that you have to do it, then you have to do it, right? And with me, it didn't feel aligned. If it honestly feels aligned to you and you want to do it and it feels good to you, then do it. If it doesn't, then don't. If you want to lose weight and you don't want to run every single day, you don't have to. You know, losing weight comes down to a lot of things. It comes down to eating. It comes down to just moving your body. You can go for 10,000 steps a day. Helps you tone, helps you lose weight. Like little things like that. It doesn't have to be this forced thing that's, you know, feels shit to you. It's meant to be inspired action. It's meant to be in alignment with whatever the direction you're going. So if you are wanting to start a business, then what feels good to you to want to start that business? Is it to show up on Instagram? Is it to start a Facebook group? Is it to do YouTube videos? Is it to do a podcast? Whatever feels right to you, you do. You do you, boo. You do you, boo. Do what feels right for you, right? So they're the two things. I know this is kind of a shorter video. Number one is just freaking start now. You can manifest anything you want. You can start manifesting that business. You can do whatever you want right now. Just make sure you're starting. Don't allow your ego to creep in and to, you know, bring up all the doubts and the fears and talk you out of it, because you don't want to talk yourself out of it. You don't want to talk yourself out of it. I used to talk myself out of every single thing. I used to think about it. I used to sit there and think about it, go, what are the pros, what are the cons? Do not do a pros and cons list. That is the worst thing ever. If it feels right for you, it should be a heck yes. If it doesn't feel right for you, then it's a heck no. Do it, right? Start your business, ask that person out, whatever. Just whatever it is. If you want to look at a house, if you want to buy a house, look at a house, right? I recently manifested an apartment that I will show you in the next couple of days, because I will be living there for a couple of nights. I think I want to live there longer term, but we'll see how it goes. If I like it, we'll see. But I manifested an apartment within 2 days, and because I remember thinking, I was like, I want this apartment, and I was like, I'm just going to go for it. And with my circumstances at this current time, I was like, I don't know if it's going to be good enough, like, because I've got priorities on where I'm living now. I'm living with family, like I'm helping them look after pets and things like that. So I'm like, I don't know if it's going to work. I was also working another job. And this place is like in the city, and I work on the other side. So I'm like, ugh. So there were things there were doubts. There were things that I had to question. But when I wanted it, I knew I wanted it. I knew exactly what apartment I wanted. It's so freaky, right? I visualized the apartment that I wanted. Within 2 days later, this is the action that I took, right? I went on to Airbnb and I was scrolling and I found that freaking apartment. I'm not even kidding. I found it, and it was within the price as well. I made sure it was a price that I could afford, but 2 days later, and rather than allowing, and even when I was booking it and I was about to pay for it, I was like, I had that moment of doubt. I'm like, I'm just gonna book it. If you can hear music in the background, it's just Mr. Whippy. So I had that, when I was going to pay for it, I had that split second of, and then I just booked it. And you know what? I knew it was a heck yes. I felt so good. I'm so excited. I will, if you follow me on Instagram, or if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, because I will be showing you the photos of the apartment. It's so freaking nice. It's on the water in Melbourne, and oh, it's just my dream apartment. So that's number one. Number two is taking the inspired action, and the inspired action in this case was actually just looking on freaking Airbnb and just booking it, and that was my inspired action. If I hadn't have looked on Airbnb, then I wouldn't have found it. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope it helps you if you're trying to manifest something and you're like umming and ahhing. Do it now, and also comment below what you've done. I want to know. Let me know. Like, I'm in love with helping so many people create, will manifest and create the changes in their life. So let me know by commenting below, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.